Go over all the games happened on Sunday night. Got 5 games. The first game is the Kings losing to the Mavericks 99-105. Harrison Barnes, again, a great game. Didn't shoot the ball well, but if he made a couple more shots, it's 20 points, 10 rebounds, 5 assists, 3 steals, 4 for 4. He continues to be really hot. Continues to be the 12th ranked player. Continue to sell him high. Averaging 23 points and 10 rebounds at the moment. We all know that this is not sustainable. Him and Miles Bridges. Let's get a Damian Lillard, for example. Try to make those trades. These two guys are overperforming huge at the moment. And I want to talk about Rashawn Holmes a little bit. He's the 9th ranked player in 9 category leagues. In 9 category leagues, the big men, they are, their rankings going to be higher because they don't turn the ball over at all and they get a lot of blocks. Those 2 categories really favor them. And he's shooting 94% from the free throw at the moment. He's not a great free throw shooter, but he's also not a bad one. You could expect around 75%. 71% from the field. That is crazy. It's mainly his efficiency. Like 16 points, he can do that. 10 rebounds, 10.5. It's not too crazy. 0.7 steals and 1.5 blocks. You could even do more than that. Like you could do 0.9 steals and 1.7, 1.8. 94% free throw is not sustainable. But if you want to sell him for a guard, you could get some good. Like you could sell him for a top 20, 30 guard. I wouldn't hate it. Like if you trade him for Zach LaVine, they are like on the complete opposite spectrum, right? And if you are an inefficient team, or if your team is already super efficient, you need some points, you could make that trade and see if it makes sense. Maybe you can make both teams better. Tyrese Halliburton didn't shoot the ball well, but 14 points, 2 blocks, 4 assists. He's a 9 category guy. Doesn't really turn the ball over that much either. So okay game from him. I think he's going to be top 50, 60 rest of the season in 9 category leagues, of course. De'Aaron Fox played 40 minutes. That's really good. But again, struggled. No defensive stats. Bad efficiency everywhere. I would continue to buy De'Aaron Fox low if your team is punting efficiency categories. And Buddy Hield, I don't think we want to drop him ever because he's going to average 4 threes a game this season. So it's even though everybody shoots threes nowadays, but 4 threes, it's different, man. So let's keep him rostered, and he give you decent points. This game 8 rebound and a steal. I would take it. Davion Mitchell, it's hard to hold him. 25 minutes, he didn't really do much other than the block. For the Mavericks, Porzingis continues to be a headache, continues to be out. Some back spasm, some back issues. He should be back soon though. He was questionable the last 2 games, missed both. He should be back soon. Dorian Finney-Smith is a good stream. Played 35 minutes. 2 steals and a block, 1 3. Pretty good. Maxi Kleber left. He's also hurt, so for sure we could stream Dorian Finney-Smith and Dwight Powell at the moment. They have to play huge minutes now. Dwight Powell 33 minutes. Didn't really do much, but good efficiency, 8 rebounds, a steal and a block. Those 2 guys we could stream until Porzingis and Maxi Kleber come back. Tim Hardaway Jr. made 4 threes, 2 steals. That's it. And Luka, 2 for 6 from the free throw line. What is that, man? Where is Luka's ranking? Luka's in 9 categories. His ranking won't be too good. He's 76th, and so far only 22.5 points. He did play in the Olympics, so his offseason was kind of short. 42% from the field is pretty bad. 42.7 and 68% from the free throw line is also really, really bad. And 4.3. He's a buy low for sure at the moment. Hey, Miles Bridges plus somebody else for Luka. I would do that trade. But again, Miles Bridges, he's going to be top 50, 60 this season, looks like. But I'm not 100% sure he will be. He's playing really well, but I feel like he could lose his value. Maybe in the next game they just give PJ Washington more minutes. But Luka is a buy low at the moment, especially if you're punting. If you got Russell Westbrook, I would hugely buy Luka low. Like I would spend like a top 50, top 2nd round pick to get Luka, because at that point he's so valuable to a team if you're punting the efficiencies. Jalen Brunson, 1 steal, 1 block, 8 points. We could roster him if he get consistent 27 to 30 minutes. The next game, what is it? The Portland Trailblazers losing to the Charlotte Hornets. Let's talk about Damian Lillard a little bit. 5 for 20. Good thing he took 20 shots, and he played 37 minutes, so no worries there. His usage is okay. His playing time is okay. He's just not making shots, and I wouldn't worry too much. Maybe something's wrong with him. I mean, I read somewhere, but it's not confirmed nor denied. I would continue to buy low. If you're scared, you either go big or go home, right? Like right now, get a top 30 guy plus somebody else to try for Damian Lillard. If the owner bites, of course. Yeah, don't trade a top 15. Don't trade Bradley Beal for Damian Lillard, right? A top 30 guy plus somebody to get Damian Lillard, I would do that trade still, especially if he pounding field goal. 12 assists is still great, CJ McCollum took 24 shots, remains to be a sell high. No defensive stats. And Nurkic, wow, 26 minutes, 14 rebound, 2 steal and a block. We can see why, he gets a lot of hype. In just 26 minutes, he put up this, but maybe a sell high. The problem with him is he's very inconsistent and he gets in foul trouble a lot. If you want to get a more consistent guy, I would, but his upside is there, like top 30. Robert Covington, I wouldn't drop him in points leagues, sure. In category leagues, he could be so good. Like last year, I think for 2 month time, he was the 7th or top 5 player, averaging 2.5 steals and 2 blocks. Last season, he also struggled in the beginning, and then when Nurkic got hurt, he started playing, toward the basketball defensively, so he gets more blocks and more steals. We still don't know, but I wouldn't drop in, if you want to buy low, sure. Norman Powell, not a must roster, but if he gets 34 minutes, again, one of those situations that you're not going to find better guys off the waiver wire better than Norman Powell, but you can probably get more value streaming that spot. Depending on how many acquisitions you have per week. Of course, for the Charlotte Hornets, Miles Bridges did it again. Only took 12 shots. This game, maybe Rozier only took 10, so usage might be lower with Rozier in the lineup, but still put up a great line. I would continue to sell high if for any 30, 40 player even. Gordon Hayward, 12 points, didn't have the best game. Mason Plumlee, I would say still hold, but it's interesting. PJ Washington they're splitting center minutes at the moment, and PJ Washington played only 21 minutes, went off. Maybe at some point PJ Washington is going to get more minutes. Last year, PJ Washington, for a period of time, he was top 30 guy, I think 40, because he gets a lot of blocks. He shoots threes. I mean, he can do everything. So I will monitor him, see what happens. Kelly Oubre Jr., I think it remains to a sell high, 32 minutes. I think he's going to be up and down. And on the Charlotte Hornets team, now that you got Terry Rozier back, a lot of guys, want to shoot. So, yeah. Terry Rozier, I think, continues to be a buy low. He should finish top 70 pretty comfortably, but, it's not his worst game. Wait till him go 2 for 12 for 2 weeks, and then you go buy low. He still had an okay game. LaMelo Ball, 33 minutes, that's good. His minutes finally over 30. 27 points, 9 rebounds, 7 assists, and a steal. Great game from LaMelo. If LaMelo struggles from the field, this is when we go in and buy low. And Cody Martin, just 15 minutes, we could drop him everywhere. Let's look at the next game. The Utah Jazz beating the Milwaukee Bucks. Milwaukee lost a few games, although they have a lot of injuries going on. For the Jazz, Bogdanovic, not the most sexy stats. 14 points, 5 rebounds, and 7 for 7 from free throw line is nice. Royce O'Neal, we could for sure stream this guy. 1 steal, 2 blocks, especially if you don't need points. He's good. Rudy Gobert, 1 steal, 4 blocks, 13 rebounds. Very good. Very, very good. Rudy has been playing pretty well this season, I think. And he's one of those guys pretty polarizing when it comes to fantasy. He's averaging 17 rebounds. He give you 0 threes. He give you very bad free throw. No steal, no assist. but those rebound, those blocks, those field goal, huge. Um, good. Donovan Mitchell, 28 points. Finally had a good shooting night. And the thing with Mitchell is that his steal numbers, he has been good so far this season. He's 45th ranked player, shooting just 40%, and averaging 1.5. And so far only averaging 23. I'm pretty confident he should average over 25. If he can sustain at 1.5 steals, like he could be a top 30 guy, right? If he pounding field goal, you would get good values out of him. Mike Conley, 20 points to nothing else. I would try to sell Mike Conley if he has good games. As we see, he's resting already early this season. I just don't like drafting older guards that because they just miss so many games, and it's tough. Although this year, I don't know about in Yahoo, ESPN, if the guy is out, that guy immediately gets the out tag, so that's great. You could immediately stream somebody else. So maybe this year, even if you have injuries, it's not as big of a deal as years in the past. Because last year, if the guy is out back to back, he's gonna be day to day. You won't get the out tag, so you can stream that spot. But still not good to miss all these games. For the Bucks, Antetokounmpo, great game, 25. Just great across the board. If he pounding free throw, he's giving you great value. Everybody's injured at the moment. Chris Middleton, Drew Holiday, and Bobby Portis is the guy that if he gets 20 to 25 minutes, if he gets 25 minutes, I'm very happy to stream him. But he's also coming back from the injury, only 20 minutes, so I wouldn't touch him yet. And nobody else is good fantasy player on this team. Let's talk about the next game. The Nets easy win over the Detroit Pistons. Isaiah Stewart, huge. Only 18 minutes. His past week has been really bad. I don't drop him yet. Hold. He should still be the starting center. Should getting the most minutes. I just don't know why he's getting 18, and he wasn't in foul trouble either. A lot of the minutes maybe went to Kelly Olynyk. Kelly only got 21 minutes as well, so the minute distribution is a bit weird. And they're giving obviously the Kate Cunningham was out this game, but he's not a big guy. So I'm still very confident in Isaiah Stewart, especially when we get to the this game was also a blowout. So if it wasn't a blowout, he would get up to at least 25 minutes, close to 25. They obviously got against the Nets, it's tough to play. I mean, I can't imagine. The coach doesn't want to play Isaiah Stewart versus the Nets, but a huge buy low opportunity. I would buy low. Somebody like if I can trade Desmond Bain or DeAnthony Melton, those two guys have very good short-term value. But when Dylan Brooks come back, so I'll be very comfortable making those trades. Jeremy Grant, all the starters' minutes are very low this game. Jeremy Grant, bad. Sadiq Bey, 1-3, 1 steal, 1 block, played okay. Everybody played pretty bad. Killian Hayes had 5 steals. He maybe could be a steal streamer. That's about it. And Kelly Olynyk, man, he was so good last week. But this game, not so much. 1 steal. I would still hold Kelly Olynyk, and I would really look to trade him high. He was putting after this game not so good. Let's see where's Kelly at. In just like not even 30 minutes. In just okay, he just a 106 ranked player. I thought he would be better than that. Yeah, I mean his free throw was holding him back. If it wasn't for 65% from the free throw, he's a top 70 guy, I think, because he's averaging. Okay, he's only averaging 0.7 blocks. But 1.7 steals. He's shooting 47%. But I'll probably just hold Kelly Olynyk and try to sell him high if he pops off again. The steal numbers are probably not sustainable. For the Brooklyn Nets, KD got ejected, but it doesn't really matter. I mean, the game was over in the fourth quarter. He wouldn't play any minute anyways. Super efficient, easy win from KD. And just across the board, Blake Griffin, Joe Harris, and Harden, a triple-double. If he played 35, he would have 22, 23. I don't think Harden is going to average 25 points this season, even without Kyrie. Maybe he will pick it up as the season goes on, but right now it looks like He's more into passing, so maybe 10 assists, 23 points, or 8 assists, 25 points. So I'm still very high on Harden rest of the season. So if you can still buy low, I would. And the rest of the guys, I mean, Bruce Brown could be a streamer because the defensive stats. He gave us 3 here. But yeah, like Eldridge, Blake Griffin, none of those guys, Patty Mills, none of those guys are that exciting. Joe Harris, not really. If you need some threes, you could for sure stream Joe Harris and Patty Mills. Okay, easy night. One more game. The Lakers beating the Rockets. 85-95. Man, Jalen Green. Played 32 minutes. Had 4 turnovers. Although Kevin Porter Jr. does it better than him every night. 6 turnovers. Kevin Porter Jr. has been averaging over 6 turnovers a game. And the Rockets are sticking with him. I don't think it's going to change. Right? John Wall is not playing. So if you got Russell Westbrook, Kevin Porter Jr. is perfect. And maybe Jalen Green. You just want to have that team. Jalen Green, 2 for 8, 3 for 6. If you're pounding field goal, you could justify holding on to him. I mean, he's a pretty good free throw shooter, so it's a fluke. If you're pounding field goal and turnovers, you could justify holding on to him. If not, I would really try. Like, if he scored 30 points again, I would try to trade him. Clearly not good. Like, a point guard and on a bad team, I don't know. Not good. Kevin Porter Jr. probably will end up being better than Jalen Green. Although those guys, it's debatable. I feel like Kevin Porter Jr. can put up better counting stats. More rebound, more assists, more steals and blocks. Efficiency-wise, it doesn't really matter. They're both horrible. But pretty good game from Kevin Porter. 9 rebounds, 2 steals. I played 36 minutes as well. Christian Wood, 1 for 7. This is what holding him back from being a top 30 guy. If he pounding free throws, sure, great. He's giving you good scoring and rebounds. But he was a good free throw shooter on Pistons. Don't know what happened. And Sengun, the rookie from Turkey, 20 minutes, had 3 steals. He's the only reason you want him on your team. Well, 2 reasons. One is obviously upside. You hope he might get 25 minutes, but we don't know when. Another thing is the steal. He has been getting ridiculous amount of steals. I don't think that's gonna sustain it. So if you wanna hold for upside later, I think it's tough. If you wanna hold, it's okay because he's giving you crazy steal numbers at the moment. But if the steal numbers go away and he's playing 20 minutes a night, it'll be hard holding on to him. Eric Gordon, with everybody out, he could be a three-point streamer. For the Lakers, LeBron came back. I would really look to trade LeBron high. Although, like, this season, he's making a lot of threes, and he's getting a lot of defensive stats. So that's where he's ranked. He's 15th ranked player, despite shooting 43% from the field and 76% from the free throw line. So his efficiency has been really, really horrible. But he's averaging 3 threes and 2.4 steals. I don't think he's gonna average. Is he gonna average 1.5 steals? I would really try to trade LeBron because he's gonna be. The fact that he's getting so many defensive stats, to me, it means he's trying hard, right? And I don't think he's gonna have this energy throughout the season. So I would really look to trade him high. He's 15th ranked player per game basis. He's already missed a few games. Ken Bazemore, not interested. Although 3 steals is nice this game. AD, I think AD is just disappointing. He's still the 17th ranked player, but by AD standard, he was a top 5 guy every single year. Like last year he was like top 20. So he's maintaining the level he was at last year. But as long as he's healthy, only averaging 0.7 steals. If that goes up to 1.5, he's a top 10 guy easily. 75% from the free throw line. If that can go up to 83, 82, he's a top 5 guy. But those are the 2 things that's holding him back. 25 points and 11 rebounds is really, really good. But yeah, I think it's about the steals and the free throws. Then he could be a top 5. Avery Bradley played 30. Russell Westbrook. Consider LeBron played. That's a pretty good line. Almost a triple-double, 1 steal. So You know, look, he's not gonna average a triple double, but 8 rebound, 8 assists is not too crazy on this team. So if you pound in those efficiencies, I think he's very good in category leagues. And then we got Carmelo Anthony. He's really hot at the moment. In just 25 minutes, but it doesn't really matter. Like he played 25 minutes, he put up 14 shots, and most of the shots are wide open threes. It just depends on how he can make them. So if you want to stream points and threes, you could go grab him. 5 threes is huge. 2 steals and 4 blocks are probably not going to do it again this season. But we could look to stream him at the moment. He's just playing really well actually the past week. The past 2-3 games, super good. That's it guys. I'll see you guys tomorrow.